Yi is so nice. He definitely won't mind us taking some supplies. He's a good guy after all. He couldn't help but chuckle internally. Of course I don't mind, he thought, a sense of irony coloring his thoughts. I'm just getting what I need. He knew that he had no intention of letting them take advantage of him. As they returned to his area, Zhang Yi surveyed the scene with a strange sense of satisfaction. His mind was focused on a singular goal. It doesn't matter if the apocalypse is coming. I just want to stay here and take revenge on those neighbors who killed me in my previous life. With each step, each preparation, he was inching closer to his ultimate objective. The future was uncertain, the world was on the brink of chaos, but Zhang Yi was ready. He would survive, and he would have his revenge. Zhang Yi pushed his cart through the supermarket, his mind focused on the task at hand. As he loaded it with essential supplies, he couldn't help but notice the curious glances of other shoppers. Some were openly staring, their eyes wide with disbelief. Does he plan to buy everything in sight? One woman whispered to her companion. Another asked, are those items on sale again? Xiao Huang, a familiar face from the neighborhood, approached him with a sheepish grin. Hey Zhang Yi, what's the big idea? Buying up everything in the store? He asked, his voice laced with a hint of envy. Maybe we could share, you know. Zhang Yi, however, was unmoved. These are for me, he replied, his tone firm. I need them. Xiao Huang's expression turned sour. You're being selfish, he grumbled. What about the rest of us? The tension in the air thickened. Another shopper, a young man with a hot temper, stepped forward. Give me that box of chocolates, he demanded, his voice rising. You can't just hoard everything. Zhang Yi, unfazed by the outburst, met the young man's gaze. Back off, he warned, his voice low and menacing, or you'll regret it. An older man, visibly uncomfortable, tried to intervene. Calm down, young man, he said to the agitated shopper. It's just a box of chocolates, no need to cause a scene. Zhang Yi, however, remained focused on his task. He knew that in the coming days, every item, every resource would be precious. He would not let anyone, not even old friends or neighbors, interfere with his plans. The man who had earlier confronted Zhang Yi, now visibly agitated, approached him once more. Look, I'll buy these off you, he offered, his voice dripping with desperation. I'll pay you back later, I promise. He paused, his tone turning more menacing. Don't take advantage of the situation. Zhang Yi, however, was unmoved. I bought these for myself, he replied, his voice firm. If you want any, you'll have to buy them from the supermarket. The man's face flushed with anger. You bastard, he shouted. You'll pay for this. I'll get the residential committee involved. Zhang Yi merely shrugged. Go ahead, he said, his voice calm. See what happens. With that, he turned and left the supermarket, accompanied by the two women. Don't forget to treat us to a meal next time, one of them reminded him. Once he was alone, Zhang Yi began to formulate his next plan. He activated a mysterious ability, a spatial storage space that could hold an incredible amount of items. With a thought, he began transferring the supplies from his cart into the space. If this works, he mused, I could acquire far more valuable resources from warehouses and other storage facilities. As he finished transferring the supplies, a sense of satisfaction washed over him. He had taken the first step towards securing his future, and he was ready for whatever challenges lay ahead. Zhang Yi meticulously reviewed his list of essentials. A sturdy shelter, with a reliable heating source, preferably a fireplace, was paramount. Insulation was crucial to make the shelter impenetrable against the harsh winter. Food, medicine, water, and weapons were the cornerstones of survival. However, acquiring firearms and other complex weapons posed a significant challenge. A month remained, a precious window of opportunity. He could sell off some of his assets if necessary to fund his preparations. Every penny, every resource would be utilized to the fullest. The next day, Zhang Yi decided to test the limits of his spatial storage ability. He placed a variety of food items inside, including fresh vegetables and meat. After a few days, he retrieved the items and discovered that the fresh produce remained unspoiled. However, the fish he had stored had perished. This intriguing observation led him to a startling conclusion. While his spatial storage could preserve non-living items indefinitely, it seemed to have unique time flow properties that affected living organisms. This realization opened up new possibilities for optimizing his storage strategy. As he delved deeper into the mysteries of his spatial storage, he was filled with a sense of anticipation and hope. He pondered the challenge of preserving fresh and prepared foods for his apocalypse shelter. His spatial storage seemed to offer a solution. If he could preserve meals for extended periods, it would be a significant advantage. He began experimenting, storing various dishes and observing the results. To fund his preparations, Zhang Yi decided to mortgage his property. With a hefty loan of 600,000 yen in hand, he felt more confident. However, he knew it wouldn't be enough. Weapons, ammunition, and other essential survival gear would require substantial investment. As he pondered his financial situation, a friend or relative sensed his predicament and offered to help. This unexpected assistance could potentially alleviate some of his financial burdens, allowing him to purchase more supplies. With each passing day, Zhang Yi was inching closer to his goal of being fully prepared for the impending apocalypse.